brother. Hold it high for all to see. May it show the way, the path of unity, as we walk with you to seek our destiny. Say a prayer for me, my Father. Say a prayer for you and me. Say a prayer for us, my Father. Say a prayer for us and all humanity. Play a song for us, my sister. Shout it loud and clear and free. Let us join with you and all the gods that be, as we sing as one, a voice of harmony. Bless the earth for us, our mother. Bless the earth for you and me. Bless the earth for us, our mother. Bless the earth for us and all humanity. Shine a light, hold it high, show the way for us. Say a prayer for us to all the gods. Let us be. Play a song, shout it out. Let us join with you as we sing this song for everyone. Bless the earth. We must understand the truth is clear. The blind can see, the deaf can hear. Let them show the way for all of us to be one. Shine a light.
Hello and welcome to Unity of Santa Barbara, all you beautiful people. If you'll stand and join as we affirm in song, I'm gonna live so God can use me.
I'm gonna live so God can use me anytime and anywhere. I'm gonna live so God can use me anytime, Lord, and anywhere. I'm gonna work so God can use me anytime and anywhere. I'm gonna work can use me anytime, Lord, and anywhere. Anytime, Lord, and anywhere.
Yo! Let's give a big round for Tim Collins, Debbie Dinky, Renee Martinez, and Randy Tinko. Well, happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. I wasn't planning to be up here today, but here I am. So, I thought I'd be back there as usual, but there was a calling and I answered. So, that being said, what I'd like to do is welcome all healers, artists, seekers, and difference makers. Let us pray for our world and the candle that we light every Sunday, calling for peace, love, and understanding. Now, what I'd like to do is for you to join me in the affirmative prayer. Unity of Santa Barbara is a spiritual community center which focuses hearts, awakens souls, and builds dreams. Now, if you'll reach out to your fellow Unitics and give them a big welcome, a big hello, let's spread a little love. All right, let's get this party started, shall we? And we want to welcome all in-person guests and online guests. And we also want to acknowledge a very special part of our service, and that is the people that are viewing us from afar. And I've been involved in this for quite some time, and I had a conversation with a minister just this last week, and we're talking about how we can reach out to the world. And Frank Leone has a few words to say about that, and I'm working with him on a live stream expansion program. And we are blessed. Last week we had viewers in California, Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, Hawaii, Illinois, Colorado, and Missouri. And the countries, that's what's really exciting. I mean, God bless the United States, but we are touching hearts all over the world. We're India, Nigeria, New Zealand, UK, Canada, Philippines, Kenya, China, Brazil, Australia, Mexico, Italy, South Africa, and Germany. So all of you out there, thank you for joining us. And please leave your comments, and a free gift is yours if you log into unitysp.org/free gift. Now, along the lines of the international peace, we acknowledge what we call the spirit of Ubuntu, a beautiful African word, which means we are one. And I want to kind of augment that. I have a charity heritage in my lineage, and the one word for one in Cherokee is Sagu. So we are one. We acknowledge that. We hold that in our hearts. And we welcome all of you and would love you to send a video. Just a short hello. Grab your smartphone. And if you don't know how to do it, ask your 13-year-old. Put a comment in our comment section on Facebook. Tell us who you are, where you are, and what unity means to you. Whatever comes to mind when you think of unity. Now, we also, another area that's close to my heart is all of our seniors that can't make it, that have been with us for a long time, and they are watching from the retirement homes and assisted living centers. So, at this time, I'd like to see if there's anybody new in the house. Is anybody here for the first time? If you'll stand, we won't bite. We just want to say hi, and we welcome you. I guess we got the crew here. The tribe has collected. We need to get some more new people here, so invite a friend. So, we also want you to pay attention to Wings Bookstore. There are many, many gifts in that store for you. Hey, Valentine's Day is coming up. You can go out there and find a special spiritual gift for that special person. We also have the Peace Path. And if you haven't been out there lately, it is amazing. Go out and sit and hold that presence of spirit as you find your way on your path of peace. Now, Friendship Sunday is also the second Sunday of the month. And that's when you bring your friends. I like to see each and every one of you bring 2 friends this time. Let's double up. And the youth are in their normal community room. They're not present, but they are with us. And Susie's doing a wonderful job with the youth of Unity. We also have Knox School and Interact, and they are present on the campus. And you can, if you drop by here, you can get a dose of their energy. They're really going at it, playing basketball up in the, you see the basketball nets up there? Yeah, they really enjoy it here. Now I'd like to invite you to join as we read the affirmative slides of blessings for our guest. We are here to celebrate our spiritual magnificence. We gather together each week to honor our divinity and to bring life into our sacred story. We allow ourselves to receive the energy of the divine, while at the same time we're willing to let go of what no longer serves us. We celebrate free will and choice, and we know that life truly begins right now. Namaste. Now, we are big on affirmative prayer here at Unity, and we provide prayer support. Just give us a call or see the chaplains. The chaplains are available after service. They'll be right up here up front. Or there are boxes in the courtyard that you can place your prayer requests. We will pray with you for 30 days, and then we send those prayers to Silent Unity. So we invite you, if something is heavy on your heart, they will hear you, love you, and support you in your needs. Now, we also, there's a chapel that Shirley Campbell so generously brought forward to us, and we honor Shirley today. Shirley, will you wave and give a hi? Yeah. Thank you, Shirley. Bless you. Well, there's one other thing we've been working on, and since it is the month of love, love is in the air. And I gave a big shout out last week, and I wanted to do it again because it is Valentine's Day is coming up, and we want to celebrate love always here. And Susie and Allison have been very instrumental in putting together an ad. And it has listed Unity of Santa Barbara as a venue for celebration of weddings, anniversaries, you name it. And we're going to see a lot of activity on campus because of that. So, we're now ready for our meditation time. And Reagan Thompson will be leading us today. So, I invite you to still yourself. Reagan.
Go ahead, yeah. Let's do the song first. What do you think? Let's do that. I'm going to come back up in a minute.
Please join us singing Alleluia. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. God is here now. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah. God is here now. Hallelujah. 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 God is here now. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Thank you so much. We're going to move into meditation together, if that's okay. All right, excellent. So let's start by closing our eyes and taking some slow, gentle, relaxed breaths. Please breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel yourself now becoming very relaxed in your body. Each breath, you're gathering light being infused through your breath from Spirit with so much unconditional, pure love at this time. Beautiful love that just loves you as you are, just as you are. Feeling yourself in this breath practice now, also being infused by Spirit with so much beautiful balance, equanimity, neutrality. This breath is moving into your heart now. It's moving into your heart. You're dropping into your heart if you so choose. The breath is moving into your heart to purify and open your heart. Each breath landing there, cleansing your heart, widening your heart. You're being invited in this space to connect deeply to your heart and to your beautiful soul. Connecting to your soul's light that exists behind your heart here. You're being invited to, from this space, take a walk on a pathway, a garden, a beautiful garden. In front of you is a beautiful, loving guide or angel or someone you care deeply about handing you a pair of golden glasses. You may go ahead and put those on if you choose. Through them, you're looking at life now. Life has changed in some way. We would see that perhaps you can even feel and see a difference of understanding coming through. Energy that is pure and light as you look through these glasses into the world, at your friends, at your family, the entire globe. With all that has been going on the planet, it's easy to get swept up by what we do not want to see, move into possible even resistance. These glasses are a clear lens gifted to you so that you can always remember that as you look through the lens of clarity and light and soul and spirit, what you see changes dramatically. So what do you see now? How has it changed? What do you choose to see? And you're being asked, how can you help? Rather than moving into resistance or fear or worry, how may you help? What can you do to serve the ones you love in this planet at this time? Really checking in with yourself now. Perhaps it's just living in non-resistance and love. That's a beautiful blessing and gift. Choosing to be fearless, choosing to be non-judgmental, excellent gifts as well. Or perhaps there's something you could accept or forgive now. Choosing to do that if you so choose at this moment. Perhaps you can forgive it all, accept it all. It's a choice. Taking a slow, gentle breath once more. We invite you to wear these golden glasses all day long, every day. It is an option to do so. You don't have to take them off. We thank you so much for joining us in this meditation. God bless you all. Thank you.
Admittedly, it might seem like there's trouble everywhere, but just remember, we're all passengers together on our spiritual plane, letting go of our baggage while being flown by the good pilots. Trouble everywhere I go, trouble everywhere, and I know it never seems to get better. It just goes round and round. You may be doing all right, but tomorrow you may be trouble bound. Trouble everywhere, every day. Trouble everywhere, in every way, on the news and in the paper, and with your friend next door. Yeah. It's hard to look at life and not to worry just what trouble lies in store. Well, the world and its woe give you reason, I know, to keep grieving. But what helps you go on is to know it's all gone upon leaving. Oh yeah, 'cause there's a better place we can go. There's a better place. We all know it calls to you through your spirit, just like a ringing phone. You pick it up, a voice says, sorry for the trouble, why don't you come on home? Yeah, trouble is a thing for a while, but don't forget to sing and wear a smile, 'cause we weren't meant to suffer, oh no, we were meant to soar, oh yeah. Trouble here, trouble now, trouble out the door. You see, the world is like an airport, and we're all waiting in a terminal condition. So if you look at your life as only a long layover in a lackluster lounge, your attitude may become dismal or even abysmal. Instead, you must look forward to the fact that soon you will be heading to a wonderful new place in the sky on a pair of shiny silver wings. And that keeps your hope happening so you can smile at your fellow travelers. 'Cause if we had to stay in LAX, we'd all be blown away and at each other's necks. So don't you carry that baggage, no, no. Check it right on through. Well, give your trouble and woe to the pilot and let him carry you. Well, the world and its woe give you reason, I know, to keep grieving. Yeah, but what helps you to go on is to know it's all gone upon leaving. Trouble everywhere, you bet, but trouble you can bear now. Don't forget the passengers on the pilot have got your back for sure. Yes, they do. We'll help you reach your destination on air heaven and send trouble out the door. Yes, there'll be trouble.
Oh, fantastic. And just to let you know, Kim and Debbie have been married for 38 years. Yeah, there's talent in that family, that's for sure. Thank you, thank you. Well, for the purpose of this morning, of this discussion this morning, when I use the word relationship, I'm not talking about any particular level. You can think of any kind of relationship, whether it's your spouse or child or friend or parent or partner, whatever, coworker, whatever it might be. And I say that because there will be something for all of us, no matter where we are in our relationships. Basically, we are considering a relationship based on love. Now, just a little caveat here, just so we're clear, I'm not talking about any kind of abusive relationship. So that's a whole other Sunday sermon that we'll do at some other time. But since this is Super Bowl Sunday and Valentine's Day coming up, I'm trying to mesh two United States holidays into one. Let's see if I can pull this off, okay? Therefore, the following example can be applied to any kind of a love relationship, even though I'm going to be talking about a married couple. So, if you have a relationship that might be a little crunchy, just take this one scenario, just apply it to your own relationship. Now, I want you to come along and picture this. Imagine today, Super Bowl Sunday, you leave church, you go and you get your snacks at the grocery store, your chips, and the ingredients to make guacamole. You've got to have chips and guacamole on Super Bowl Sunday. Isn't that correct? Anybody with me there? Yeah, you got to have that. And so you arrive home and you get into your favorite sweats, your favorite t-shirt. You set the channel to the pregame as you go into the kitchen and you start to, prepare things to make your guacamole. And just then your wife walks in and starts to unload the bag of groceries, and she pauses for a moment and she says, "Oh, you got packaged pre-mixed for the guacamole? Well, let's see here. Oh, many processed ingredients here that we can't even pronounce. A lot of sugar. Oy. And I don't think it's good for us to eat, I'm just saying, but here's what I suggest. I suggest a little fresh lemon, maybe a bit of mayonnaise, chop up some tomato, fresh tomato, put that in there, some organic seasonings. Don't you think that would be a little bit better? And now you're at the crossroads of life, right? You've got about 1 second to decide on the path that you are going to take. Now, you can take the high road and say from your higher self, yeah, we probably don't need to be eating all those chemicals. That sounds good. I'm going to make it that way from now on. Or you can go the low road. And why is it that we always tend to go the low road of suffering here? Or you can say, well, that's mildly interesting. Let me show you how I make guacamole. And now you put her on the crossroads. Now she can take the high road and say, well, okay, that'll work too. Or she can take the low road. And while this is all going on, there's another conversation that's going on in your mind about your partner. Now, please remember, all relationships exist in your own mind. You and I make up all kinds of stuff about people in our own minds. That is where relationships start first. So you're thinking, this isn't about the guacamole. It's about a huge character flaw in my spouse. And she's thinking, why is he being so stubborn? It's just guacamole. And he's thinking, why doesn't she trust the way that I do things? And then in their minds, it goes global. You know what? He never listens to what I have to say. Any kind of advice I give him, he never listens to me. Somebody's resonating to today's talk, I gotta say. And the voice in both of their heads is saying, you know, I'm right. Now, what do you think is going on here besides two rams just hitting their heads against each other? Because it really isn't about the guacamole. It's about wanting to be right. And let's be honest here. Really honest. Can we talk? Doesn't it feel good to be right? Come on now. Doesn't it feel good to be right? Now listen up. This is where the scenario usually will follow through. The guacamole didn't get made the right way. So you give your friends a call to get their support, and you may have told them the story in a slightly exaggerated way, just so that you get their agreement nonetheless. And then you feel better because someone has just supported you in being right. How many of you have ever done that? Both of my hands are up. But here's the problem. You've just created a negative mastermind group of people who will support your weakness. But let's just say someone in your negative mastermind group wakes up to the truth and says, what if you lived from the highest version of yourself? Maybe there's a higher perspective here. You know, if we read the quote from the Course in Miracles, it says, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? And your inner thought would be, yeah, being right would make me happy right about now. Right? So here's the deal. Arguing really is saying, you know, if you were more like me, then I would like you much better. If you were more like me, I would like you much better. That's behind almost every argument that we have. If only you could process the world the way I process it, we wouldn't be having any of these problems. My friends, arguing isn't worth defending because there is not one person on planet Earth that agrees with you 100% of the time. Not one. We all have our own individual ways of looking at things, our opinions, our ways of communicating. Steve and I have some towels, and I think they're blue. He thinks they're purple. Anytime people come over, we bring out the towels. What color do you think this is? And it is a 50-50 split. Now we just call them the blue-purple towels. No argument, we just resign to seeing them differently. And that is why the statement, let's just agree to disagree, is so powerful. There's acceptance, there's no resistance, it's just what is, just is. You see, there are two ways of looking at relationships. One way is the way of againstness, and the other is a peaceful way. It's the yin and yang of the universe. And the way of againstness is to dissect something, if you will. It's a dissection. It's when you take something and you dissect it, you tear it apart, you analyze it, and you look for something that is not working. And that's what many people do in relationships. You did this, and I don't like that. If you're in a relationship and you understand that what you think about expands, like you good Unity students know, what you think about expands, and you're thinking about what is wrong or what is missing in your partner, then for you, your experience of them will be what is missing or what is wrong. Now, the opposite of dissecting is uniting. What is bringing the relationship together? Looking for what maintains it. What are the similarities? And what are the qualities that make you smile and bring just such great joy to your heart? And again, being good Unity students, because what you think about expands, then focusing on everything that you love about them will be your experience of them. Bottom line, you only have your mind to experience your relationship. Once there lived a sage by the name of Rahim, and after years of studying ancient codes, he discovered that the chaos and the division and the turmoil in his village stemmed from inharmonious energy patterns. And through his gentle guidance, he taught his people to align their energetic frequencies with higher visions or versions of themselves. So he would ask, instead of gossiping, can you say maybe something that's a compliment? Instead of judging, can you see something loving and kind about another person? Instead of complaining and whining, can you surrender to a higher version of yourself? Instead of having to be right, can you just let go? Can you change the relationship in your mind and be kind? These were the higher versions of what he taught his village, and consequently his village just blossomed. Abundance and health and wealth just overflowed where there was fear and scarcity that once just was rampant in their village. Joy and love replaced anger and hatred. It became heaven on earth. Rahim shared this one truth, and listen carefully, this is really important. He said, when you understand the language of energy, you hold the key to transforming your world. When you understand the language of energy, you hold the key to transforming your world. My friends, energetically, you only have your mind to experience your relationship. Remember, all thoughts, all feelings are energy, and it is with that energy that you attract people of like mind. Birds of a feather flock together. If you constantly complain about the state of your life, you will attract people of like vibration. And the opposite is true. People who only see good in others will also attract those that see good in others. I like to say your vibe attracts your tribe, because it's true, isn't it? It's true. You will always attract the vibrational match of what you put out there. If you love drama, my friends, the tribe that you will attract are people that love drama. And if your love light is on, you will attract people that have their love light on. In Unity, we want you to live the highest version of yourself, to live a happy and fulfilling life. When I was in my 20s, I had read and completed a book. It's called, it's Emmett Fox's book called The 7-Day Mental Diet. Anyone here familiar with that? Yes, good, good, good. Oh, we got some good students in here. Love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite books. It was written in 1937, and you can look it up. You can get the PDF online. It's called The 7-Day Mental Diet. It's not easy, but it will change your life. It changed my life. It was a mind shifter. What is it about? This is where you refrain from thoughts and conversations that are not of a higher energy. And so the advice from the book, it says this: you must watch yourself for a whole week as a cat watches a mouse, and you must not, under any pretense, allow your mind to dwell on any thought that is not positive, constructive, optimistic, or kind. Within 1 week, the habit of higher energy will begin to be established. New neural pathways will begin to develop in the brain. The most important of all factors in your life is the mental diet on which you live. The mental diet on which you live. What kind of diet are you giving your mental well-being? It is the energetic food which you furnish by your mind that determines the whole character of your life. In other words, he says, you choose your life. You choose all the conditions in your life. You choose the thoughts upon which you allow your mind to dwell. So, as I said, in my 20s, I did this, and it shifted my whole life in such a spectacular way. So after I had completed that, 7 days of refraining from negativity of any kind, I became allergic to whining and complaining. Some of you know this because when you've come up and whined and complained, I go, oh, I'm allergic to that, sorry. But let's refrain this way of reframe it. Let's say it another way. But shortly after I completed the 7-day mental diet, a dear friend of mine and I were walking on the beach, and she was used to the old Kathy. And she just flopped down on the beach. She started to cry uncontrollably, and she burst out, "You never let me gripe, moan, or complain anymore." And all I could say was, I just can't. I cannot join you there anymore. As in the words of Lyle Lovett, I live in my own mind. Ain't nothing but a good time. That's what happens. You live in your own mind and there ain't nothing but a good time. But I told her about my completing the 7-day mental diet, and I gave her my copy, of which completely changed the way she thought about her life. My friends, if you are wanting a tribe that is of a higher frequency, realize this. This is important. Realize this. What is for you will never ask you to lower your vibration. What is for you will never ask you to change, to be different. What is for the higher version of yourself will never ask you to hate. They will never ask you to be angry or to do things in the world that do not align with your higher version. They will never ask you to change your principles or what is important to you. Again, what is for you will never ask you to lower your vibration. If they are for you, they will always rise to meet you. Your tribe will add to the richness of your life. Your tribe will always support you, guide you, be with you. They will lift your soul. So what are some other ways that you can tune into the higher version of yourself? Remember, unity is a practice. It's not a religion, it's a practice. So here's a practice for you. Realize that at this very moment, just take this in, realize that at this very moment you live, you move, you have your being in the allness of God's love. And when you really get that and really experience that you are loved beyond measure, I'm telling you, you can go out in this world and make a huge difference. In Jeremiah 31:3, it says, "Behold, I have loved you with an everlasting love." Take that in, my friends. Take that in. If you just for 1 second, this moment, really get how much God loves you. God loves you at this moment with an everlasting love. And it is with that awakening that we live in love all the time. Remember, you're an alchemist of energy, and you direct your energy with your thoughts, with your feelings. During my single years, I had a huge disagreement with someone that my brother had gotten involved with. And I was trying to defend him. I was right. They were wrong. And what was really going on, really, was that I didn't want to lose my brother to someone I didn't like, basically, to be honest. And so what I was doing, in all actuality, I was making my brother uncomfortable, and I was making him have to choose between them or me. So at the time, my mom coached me back into my higher self, and I thought, okay. Let's get back to principle here. Now, this is your practice. Let's get back to principle here. If I am made in the image and likeness of God, God is love, right? God is love. Then love is who I am. And I can experience that love inside of myself anytime I want. So I told myself, alrighty then, remember a time when I was in love. Remember a time when you were in love, anybody? Even with a pet, even with a pet. If you can remember that time, what you're doing is you're being in the atmosphere, in and around you of love. And so I remembered my boyfriend in high school, Mark Ross, who has passed away. But I was so in love with Mark Ross. He was my first true love. And so I remembered that love. And I remembered that if when you're in love, everything goes your way, right? Everything goes your way. People respond to you in a positive way. You make great decisions. You're just happy-go-lucky and nothing. You don't care about anybody or anything for that matter. Life is good. And so I just tuned into that love. I thought to myself, okay, this feeling that I have for Mark, it's my love. It's coming from me. He wasn't even in the room. He wasn't even alive, unless maybe he was, but I didn't know about it. And so at that moment, that love was coming from me. It's mine. Think about the time when you were in love with a person or a pet. Where did that love come from? It came from you. You can turn that love on at any time, and your world will change. Your mind will change. And all you have to do is meditate on being in love. No longer do you have to be right. No longer do you want to be right. No longer, for me, it was no longer did I have to be right. No longer did I want to complain or protest. No longer was I attached to the outcome. It was a great lesson for me. So, do I do that all the time? No, I don't. Life happens. I'm human. And then I have to remember to shift back into the higher version of myself. Now, some of you might be tempted to lay aside today's lesson, saying to yourself, this reflection isn't for me. I don't have anyone that I judge or hate or have negative opinions about. Anybody like that here? Oh, I am so glad to be in the same company with all of you. I just ask, and just in case, just be observant of your life. Teach yourself to continuously monitor with an inner radar, if you will, whatever thoughts and feelings may not be coming from your higher version of yourself. Either way, I just want you to know this. I guarantee this, that if you go to the grocery store and you see an avocado, or you eat guacamole, or you see an avocado guacamole mix, you can ask yourself, am I living from my higher version right now? I just implanted you, I did, because now when you see an avocado, you can ask yourself that, am I living from... And with that, my friends, can I get an amen? Amen. And so it is, so it is. Oh, all right. Well, this is the time in our service where we take up our tithes and our offerings, and we give it a special blessing. And for those of you online, and I know many of you give online as well, you can make a donation, or you can give your 10% tithe to unitysb.org and just click the give button. And, on there we have all sorts of ways to give. We have Givelify, we have PayPal. We even take your credit card out by the welcome table. There's many different ways for you to give to the spirit of unity of Santa Barbara. Also, just to let you know, we calculated that it takes about $39.50 per week per person to operate this community. So we are so grateful for all that you give. Thank you for that. So let us now just give a special blessing to our offering as we say this together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Take a moment. And so, dear God, I ask at this time that you not only bless each of the gifts that are being given here from hearts of kindness and generosity, I ask that you also bless the gifts, and I ask that as each person does give from a place of kindness, that it come back to them 1,000-fold and even more in return. And for this, we are grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me, and I'm feeling good. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Are you feeling good? Let's give it up for Kim Collins, Debbie Dinky, Randy Tinkle, and Renee Martinez. We're blessed to have these musicians. And now, we're blessed to have Frank Leone, our Board of Trustees president, share a few thoughts with us. Frank?
Well, good morning, everybody. Let me get this down a bit. Good morning, and thank you, Michael. 2 weeks from today, February 23rd, is going to represent the end of our current era. And my understanding is both Reverend Temple and Reverend Kathy will be here, and they're planning something very, very special for us. Time is short, but It's going to be a special day. So put it on your calendars. You may want to get here about 8 in the morning that day to get a seat. Because it's one that I know I don't want to miss, that's for sure. Just a very, very brief story. When Reverend Temple and Reverend Kathy got me on a Zoom call a good 2 months ago to tell me about their plans for the future, as I looked at their faces on the screen, I could tell that they were just waiting for me to say, "Oh no." But I instinctively went a very different place. My reaction, the very first words I said is, "I am so happy for you." And I'm so happy for Reverend Temple and BB, because they're two ladies of the Southeast that are going home. And I think an awful lot of us cherish our roots and realize how important that can be. And I'm very happy for Reverend Kathy, because she very justifiably had unparalleled love for her extraordinary mother, her extraordinary mother, Nancy, and the opportunity to honor her mother's legacy by assuming her online ministry was something she really wanted to do, and now she's doing it. So I just submit that during these next 2 weeks and beyond, we celebrate them. Indeed, they have left this place after 3 years in a far stronger position than it was when they arrived. Okay, wanted to share that. There's other reasons we should feel confident about the future of our community. First of all, we just finished celebrating our 100th year at this very location. We've sustained for 100 years. We're going to sustain for 100 years and more. So, our divine leadership changes, but this campus remains here. Secondly, we have the unity principles. And no matter what we're doing, they are grounding us. Thirdly, the Board of Trustees has been very, very supportive of this process and very involved in the process. We had a 4-hour retreat at my house to discuss the future. At our next Board of Trustees meeting on February 19th, we have a representative from Unity Worldwide Ministries who's going to join our call, the person that specializes in such transitions, in order to make sure that we cross all of our T's and dot all of our I's and provide us with the support that we certainly welcome. Next month, March, there will be a new board that will be seated. Some of us will stay on and continue, and we have an incredible pool of candidates who are interviewing over the next 10 days. And I am confident that the next board is going to be an extraordinary board, just as this one has been as well. And the board definitely has the community's back. We're here to represent you. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, is you. This is an extraordinary community made up of very special, extraordinary people. And nothing's going to take that away, and we're going to build on that to become stronger and stronger and make Reverend Kathy and Reverend Temple very happy as they look back and see how their community has grown even after they've left. So I wanted to share that to give everybody a sense of grounding and confidence that we are in a good place and will continue to move in that direction. And then 2 very brief announcements about the 2 committees that I'm involved in, or 3 of them. The third is what Michael referred to earlier, the live stream expansion. But there's been some significant progress with the other 2 committees. First of all, the event planning committee, and you know that our big focus right now is on our 100th anniversary dinner dance planned for Saturday night, April the 12th. And I think I've talked in the past about we're pulling out all the stops. We have a wonderful committee that is putting that together. It's Susie and Peggy Haskell and Barbara Berger and Joe Aldani and Nadia Aljuni and myself. And Michael is pitching in as well. So we have a lot of good energy behind it. And the one thing that I do want to remind you of is that we are doing both a live and a silent auction that evening. And an awful lot of the quality and the excitement of that auction can be the ideas and the auction items that our regular community congregants can come up with. And this can be something tangible. We've gotten an antique, we've gotten some other things. It can be something that you specialize in personally, and you can offer somebody as a complimentary hour. You could be a estate planner. You could be a closet organizer. Whatever it may be, if there's something that you do well and can offer an hour or two of your time to the successful bidder, then that would be very valuable. Toward that end, I mentioned all the names on the committee. You can let any of them know, as well as myself, that you would like to move forward and donate whatever it may be, tangible or intangible, to our silent and live auctions. And then finally, next week, we're having our kickoff for our new expanded post-service buffet experience. We wanted to, we've gotten commitments from an extraordinary number of outstanding restaurants. In our last committee meeting, we decided to scale it back from once a week to just once a month. But that once a month will be very special. At this point, it looks like the third Sunday of every month, and next Sunday will be our first. And we have one of our congregants. We thought it would be appropriate to ask one of our congregants, who is a restaurant owner, to be the person that donates the entrees to next Sunday's buffet, and that is Nadia Aljuni, who's been a congregant for 8 years now and is the owner of the Blue Owl restaurant here in Santa Barbara. So I don't know if Nadia is here today, but whether you are or not, you're a very special member of our community, and anybody that's eaten at the Blue Owl knows that this is very, 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 very good stuff. So we're doing that. One other little piece with that is that we are asking for a love offering, a minimum of $5 during normal weeks, i.e. where we don't have the special Sunday, and $10 during the Sunday. And we'll have little tickets for it. And Patricia Folk, who seems to be everywhere doing everything, has, I'm sure she's doing something right now, is going to be outside the sanctuary door next Sunday with her little credit card machine and everything else. If somebody wants to pay in advance and then be first online to get into Nadia's special entree, there's your opportunity. So in any event, in summary, things are going well. There's a lot of energy here. It's an energy that's not only just borne by the extraordinary staff, the extraordinary volunteers, and our board of trustees, but also by every single person that's a part of this community. So a pleasure being involved with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. It's been a wonderful service. I appreciate all of you for being here, both online and in person. And there's just a few announcements. We'll keep it short so we can go out and enjoy the buffet. And the newsletter, there's a lot going on. So if you have subscribed or do subscribe to the newsletter, you'll get all this information. And also, I mentioned Wings Bookstore. Check it out. There's new things there all the time. And if there's something special you would like to see there, let us know. And coming up, Reagan, who blessed us today. Thank you, Reagan. She has her Rapid Healing with Mantra and Meditation on Tuesday. So I encourage you to check that out. It's very powerful. And coming up, mark your calendars, there's a Healing Light meditation with Sibley on February 23rd, right after the service. Now, I just wanted to thank the musicians once again, Kim, Debbie, Randy, Renee, and thank you, Reagan, and thank you, Reverend Kathy, and thank you, Bent and Jim, and all the ushers, and everyone that makes this possible. Bless you. Have a wonderful Super Bowl Sunday wherever you go. Now let's join in the peace song.
Create
And join me in the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.